Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA featherweight division. Brought to you tonight by the Sanford Pentagon Arena and USAN. Send money worldwide using the USAN app today. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This jiu-jitsu style fighter stands 5'10", weighed in 145.2 pounds. He holds a professional record, 9 wins, 3 defeats, with 3 wins coming by way of knockout, 6 by way of submission. Representing Siege MMA in fighting out of Peoria, Arizona by way of Honolulu, Hawaii, Kamuela, the Hawaiian Kirk. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a karate-style fighter standing 5'10", weighed in 145.8 pounds. He holds a professional record, 6 wins, 1 defeat, with 2 wins coming by way of submission. Representing Cheetah Team and CMMA, fighting out of Belém, Brazil, Bruno, the Tiger Souza. When we begin, your referee in charge of the action, Bobby Wambacher.
Yes, sir. All right, gentlemen, we've been through the rules in the back. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up if you want.
All right, Bruno, let's go.
One of the best. Referee Bobby Wambacher will be the 3rd man inside the LFA octagon. We are set to go. LFA 84 action from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. That man, Bruno Souza, in black shorts, red tape. And his opponent, Kamuela Kirk. He has the white trunks and the blue tape. Fighters touch gloves. And Pat, we are back to work.
Yes, we are.
LFA featherweight division, both these guys looking to move up the ladder. Of course, the main event tonight, everyone is excited about for the featherweight title, Gonzalez and Childers. And if this is the first time that you've seen MMA without fans, Pat, it's crazy, it's interesting. You can hear, the thing that I've always noticed is you can hear the shots landing so much clearer.
Sure, and we wouldn't even need microphones to talk and commentate this fight, to be honest with you, but have them on anyway. I want to listen to the cornermen and see what kind of advice they're giving. Everybody at home can hear it also, which is good.
Souza 6-1, trains at the Machida Academy with Leoto and his brother Chinzo. And he's got Chad George in his corner tonight. Couldn't make it.
Souza got that very loose Machida defense up top. Very good for parrying, very good for eluding the first couple shots. But you can get yourself in trouble with a guy who keeps punching and moving forward on that type of defense. So you got to be able to switch it up. Almost got clipped with that hook. He key-eyed when he kicked, Ron.
He did. Kirk using that 4-inch advantage, but
big overhand right there by Souza.
Souza coming in firing. Great clinch by Kirk and gets that knee through the guard of Souza.
Kamuela, great jiu-jitsu. Very good boxing skills. Needs to step inside that defense.
Kirk goes up high. Souza avoids the kick. Yeah, Kirk 3 knockouts, but bread and butter 6 victories by way of submission.
Souza sliding off center very well and countering. I tell you what, very good lateral movement out of him. Even when he's striking, he'll slide off to the side as he's striking to look for that kick from the side.
2015 World Karate Champion. Also former national champion and South American champion in karate.
Kamuela, to simplify this thing, he just needs to step inside and stay there. Make him box, get in clinches, use knees, elbows, take away all of the karate.
Kirk representing Siege MMA. Tino DeFranco in his corner. His dad, Chip, though, not. It's the first fight for Kirk not having his dad in his corner. I know that Chip's watching tonight. Hope you enjoy the fights, Mr. Kirk.
Souza doing a good job getting his head in there.
Yep.
I'm surprised Kirk hasn't transitioned to a plum.
Control, mean with the head, Bruno, mean with the head. Good, turn. Me with the head.
Where's your head position?
Me with the head, Bruno.
Can
Yes, sir. See,
clearly
he doesn't
hear
like it.
Chad George in the corner of Bruno Souza.
There's his clinch. He started to go to it.
Separate and restart in the center of the octagon. Moving forward is Souza.
Use that teep several times, going to the solar plexus.
Good.
It's a nice low kick.
Good.
Go. You got a minute left. Yep.
Nice movement by Souza.
Yep, skating off to the side again and countering. More feints and fakes out of Kamuela would do him a lot of good.
Under a minute to go. Round number 1. We are scheduled for 3. LFA 145-pound featherweight division. Kirk punching his way in.
Finally landed a few good crisp shots there. But Souza skating out. Very, very mobile.
Kirk told us he prepared for this fight by training with some karate guys, so he's confident. Says his plans to just keep
there's the grappling.
There we go.
Talk about
Half fight,
a gift.
We got 15 seconds, buddy.
And with 15 seconds to go, can Kamuela Kirk.
10 seconds.
Souza did a good job kicking that one leg out.
Horn sounds. Kirk walks back to his corner.
I mean, I had Souza winning that round, just staying busier. Good counters, good lead-off fighting. And his movement, I mean, it was very good movement.
World Karate Champion showing impressive footwork as we check out the highlights in the opening round.
You can see Souza giving up his back there toward the end of the round.
That was right at the end of the round. Kirk getting in there.
A little too late. But he's felt the grappling now. So will he go back to that? Having a tough time cutting Souza off. Souza's been moving all over the place. Got to figure out how to cut him off, maybe throw a combo, put him on his back, take him down, and get to work on the ground. He has excellent jiu-jitsu, so we'll see if that's what he goes to this round. That's what I would be advising as a coach, probably.
Want to hear from you on Twitter. Hit us up at LFA Fighting, at Art Kruk, at Pat Militich. And little dance movements there from Souza. Now, faking with the low kick.
That was a solid body kick there.
Yep. And then going up top. Souza letting the kicks fly here in the second round.
Ooh, hook kick with the heel.
So keeps circling around. Kirk stalking him.
You move it, hands high. Hand above it. Good.
There again, a nice counter from Bruno Souza. After losing, and Kirk catches that front kick.
Need to let that return kick go a little bit quicker. Hit with the foot instead of the shin bone, though. So not as much damage done. Kamuela's got to get busy, though. Instead of following, he needs to truly cut him off.
Talking to both the fighters, Kirk said with fighting without any fans that, you know, I've already done that. I was on Dana White's Contender Series, and so he felt that that experience will help him. Bruno Souza said, you know, the crowd can distract you a little bit. No fans equals 100% focus.
The only thing that matters is the guy in front of you. Crowd or no crowd.
Yeah, you have those fighters that build off that crowd. Nice counter again from Souza.
You know, Kamuela needs to come maybe when he misses that hook, come with a spinning back fist with the right hand and catch him because he's always trying to counter off that missed hook. Souza slipping off to the side. Just throw a spinning technique to that side. Let him walk into it.
Looking for the wide hook. When he does, let's go to his gut.
Inside kick gets through from
Kirk.
Kirk.
Left hand eye. Good.
I think Kirk's just right now thrown off by the style that he's dealing with. I mean, to be honest with you, it's just not. It's not a normal thing that you see when you're training with and even though he trained with karate guys. I mean, Souza's got very good movement, very good technique, and
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
feints, a lot of fakes with his legs.
Oh, that hurt.
Cup.
Yeah, I think it was low blow to Bruno Souza. We heard that. I mean, you could definitely hear the shot of the cup. We'll take a minute, and Bobby Wambacher will warn Kamuela Kirk.
Here's the clash. Right there it was.
Fighters touch gloves, and the action resumes. Round number 2, Souza and Kirk. aLFA 84 action. I mean, Kirk just missed with that knee.
Well, the thing that I'm wondering is, that, you know, once they tie up, just go ahead and look for a takedown.
Nice
good
left.
counter. Yeah, good counter left hook by Kirk. But if the takedown's there, take it. Doesn't have to be a boxing match.
Yeah, Kirk really said he wanted to keep this fight standing. He was going to press him and stay inside, bully him a little bit, wanted to box him up. But at some points, when you have 6 submission victories out of 9, you might want to change it up.
Nice knee.
Oh, another left from Kirk.
Starting to come on with some power. Starting to get his distance.
He's going to come moving. He's going to try to set up with the kick. Same thing he's been doing all night.
Such an interesting dynamic. Both fighters can hear the corner so clearly. They can also hear the UFC Hall of Famer as well.
Yeah, I guess I should probably keep it down.
I don't think you've ever done that.
But ultimately, like I was saying, I mean, if I'm cornering one of my fighters, I'm going through a system of, okay, let's throw some distractions at your opponent because he can hear us so well.
Right.
You know, when I tell you to box, that's when you're, oh, beautiful, beautiful.
Nice hook from Kirk.
Punch to the knee, back to the hook. But throw some distractions in there. Tell him to box, and he knows that's, you know, get a takedown, whatever.
You're basically saying pull a audible. Is that
100%,
hey, yeah,
100% misdirection the
take
whole
him,
fight.
When you yell, take him down, that means uppercut or overhand right.
It's considered poor sportsmanship to talk to the opposing fighter now.
And there was the spinning kick you mentioned from Kirk. Not lands. Fighters slap gloves, and we will go into the 3rd and final round of this featherweight matchup. Kamuela Kirk, 9-3 from Hawaii, now fighting out of Peoria, Arizona. And Bruno Souza from Brazil.
Souza's looked very good, very good. Both rounds has looked pretty sharp. Besides the Kamuela Kirk left hooks that landed for a while there, I tell you what. There's an attempted kick, but Souza coming right back. He's done a great job countering, slipping off those angles like I talked about. And coming right back. He understands angles very well.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Step outside on a punch or a counter.
If the takedown or clinch is there,
Throw a punch once you get there, and then he's looking for a kick that, you know, he's hoping Kamuela Kirk doesn't even see coming.
Ready for the 3rd and final round, Pat. That was another extremely close round. Who did you give it to?
I think right now I've got Souza 2-0.
The judges agree with the UFC Hall of Famer. Fighters touch gloves. 3rd and final round. This first fight here at aLFA 84. Ron Kruk and Pat Miletich with you.
You know, Kamuela's taken some shots directly to the chops from Souza, and it hasn't shaken him at all. So at some point you have to recognize that he can't hurt you, with his hands at least, and step inside and start trading hard.
Now Souza throwing some combinations followed by the kicks.
That's what I'm talking about. See, he got blistered again and didn't even blink.
Goes to the body, then upstairs to the head. Souza continues his movement around the cage. That one back Souza. Jab gets through from Kirk.
Well, Souza circles so hard to get outside of that. That's why I'm talking about just throw the spinning back fist and let him walk into it.
Volume, buddy. Yep. Stick.
Right there.
Stick, Bruno.
That was a solid thud to the low kick. Shin bone to quad.
Flying knee from Kirk. Good defense though from Souza. Kirk's corner now is saying, let's start pressing.
Still didn't shake him.
Kirk undefeated in the LFA. Coming off that loss in Dana White's Contender Series.
No waiting, Bruno.
Kirk did come into that fight with a bad rib injury. That tough as heck to fight through that.
Anybody that's had those rib injuries knows it's not easy. Not easy to breathe, let alone fight.
Under 3 minutes to go.
He's going low high.
Flying knee. Good defense from Kirk.
Yeah, I think that knee came up short.
Hand. You can go low when you cover.
Good kick to the body, but
Good.
Souza gets a knee through.
Halfway, Bruno.
Both guys destroying each other's body. High kick from Souza. Just missed.
That's what I
Landed.
need, Bruno. We got 2.5 minutes, buddy.
Could have done a lot more
To the side.
damage.
Yep. Time to get mean.
spinning technique. Looked like he was setting it up.
High guard. He's gonna come in with those pawing hooks. No playing, Bruno.
Nation fires in, but Kirk,
Stick.
it's a nice counter shot.
Up top, stick.
Fires the
Good
groin.
right hand there. Caught him on 1 foot.
Souza smiling.
2 minutes,
Means,
buddy.
yeah, it landed. Under 2 minutes to go.
Good. Good. Keep this
Slips
volume.
through from
Keep
Souza.
the volume
Nice
on one.
shot.
Good, yes. Good.
There's his counters again. He is quick,
90
man.
seconds
Quick on
per
the trigger.
Bruno.
Kamuela, 3-2.
Yes.
I've only seen Bruno Souza once, and he was in some trouble against Mike Hamill at LFA 72. Then there was the illegal shot from Hamill that ended the fight. Inside kick from Kirk. Been a long time since I've heard like inside leg kicks like that echo through an arena.
Right. Well, we're just having trouble getting things going. There's the takedown if he wants it.
Doesn't go for it. With 1 minute to go, we really haven't seen Kirk even attempt a takedown at this point.
I'm surprised as good as his wrestling and jiu-jitsu is.
Head movement.
He told us he wanted to box Souza up, and he is being true to that word right now.
Comes down to the W. Need the W. 100%. Nothing else matters ultimately.
Less than 30, Gabe.
Heart of a champion for 30. Heart of a champion for 30.
There was a good hook.
This is where it comes down to how fast you want it. 30 seconds.
Souza's corner. This is it.
Come on, Bruno, press.
The Tiger, Bruno Souza.
Yes. Again. Stick up. Hey. Again.
Kick blocked by Kirk, but Pat, it just didn't seem like Kamuela Kirk was able to find any rhythm, and
Well, just couldn't put a thumb on him.
yeah,
Couldn't keep him still. Right?
which is a difficult thing to do.
Keep somebody still when you take them down.
Exactly.
Close round. That was probably the closest round.
Yeah. Entertaining opening fight here at LFA 84. Who do you have winning? Hit us up on Twitter at LFA Fighting, at rcruck, at Pat Militich as we check out the third round action.
Busyness goes to obviously Souza. Power in that round goes to Kirk. Could go either way depending on how the judges saw it. But certainly a better round for Kamuela Kirk. Catching him on one foot there with the right hand.
Tweet coming in from Mr. Big House 2. Thought crane kick knockout was coming soon. Didn't happen, but we saw did see some kicks and some high kicks and some good stand-up action in this opening fight.
Also a shout out to Natan Levy, who we were supposed to see tonight, one of my favorite fighters against Ben Lugo. That was going to be a fun fight to watch, man. So we're very, very sorry that one of the cornermen for Natan Levy tested positive and they had to get pulled. And of course, got a car and had to drive back instead of fly just to keep everybody safe.
Exactly.
And we look forward to seeing Natan Levy back soon, buddy. So shout out to you, man.
Yeah, that's why we have 4 fights on this card tonight. 3 athletes removed for precautionary reasons after they were in close contact with people who tested positive for COVID-19. It was Tyler Ray and Andre Fiallo, who are both training partners with Gilbert Burns. We all know the story about Burns being pulled from UFC 251's main event, but Levy as well. But again, as we said in the open, aLFA and Sanford Health is taking all the right precautions. MMA Jap Junkie says, hey guys, you're a little super quiet tonight. Yes, we are. I'm just going to start yelling in here. We'll see how that goes. It is strange. It takes a moment to kind of get, it reminds me of old days when I was just doing local MMA in Colorado, smaller shows, you know, and quiet crowds. And I'm sure this is a flashback to you two, you know, your wrestling days.
Well, we both do podcasts and stuff too, so we're used to just talking by ourselves in our offices, so it is what it is.
The judges have calculated their scores. Let's get the official decision from Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. One judge scores the bout 29-28 Kirk. The second judge scores the bout 29-28 Souza. And your third judge scores the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Bruno the Tiger Souza.
Big win for the Brazilian Bruno Souza.
Smart fight.
The Machida Academy product has been training with Lyoto Machida since age 12. Started karate at age 4. He gets the victory tonight. 7th straight win for Souza since dropping his pro defeat.
Yeah, good for him. Souza, I mean, fought a spectacular fight in my mind. Great movement, constantly keeping Kirk off balance, throwing kicks, throwing counter punches. You know, just masterfully done. I mean, his technique really paid off. And there was enough cage, enough surface area for him to move around. Now, in the actual UFC, that octagon is much bigger than this octagon. So a guy like him will even have more room to move, which plays to his favor.
7-0 for the world karate champion. You know, and I mentioned it earlier at aLFA 72 last July, Pat, he was really being dominated by Mike Hamill in that fight. When he took an illegal ground strike in the 3rd round, he couldn't continue. And basically was stretchered out of the cage. So it was great to see Bruno Souza back and really putting on an impressive performance here tonight.
It's all about getting back up, man. Get knocked down, get back up. But let's go through and recap a little bit of the action from that fight while our winner goes back to the staging area so that we can actually interview him.